Welcome back to Johnny Custom Glock's Front Sight Press. My name is Bad Dog Blakely Kane, and not because I'm as badass as Mike McGowan, mostly because I'll be saying "bad dog" for the entirety of my evening to a 3-month-old boxer puppy when I get back home.
You fucking know better!
She didn't. I do. I didn't come home one night because I was drinking. Spent the night at a buddy's house. Should have known better. My wife bought a dog. Anyway, our guests tonight are, I now pronounce you Wick and Larry. And we will be talking about growing our own food. So, here again, without the phone books in the chair, not only with Wick and Larry, but with our amazing producer Julie as well. Hello. Wearing Baltimore Ravens purple this evening, just to catch my attention. I feel like we are in San Diego, closing out our evening newscast. So like and share for a chance to win a military surplus case or a koozie from Grover's Mobile Axe Throwing. Soon enough to have a trailer in a trailer park near you. Or at a retirement home, probably not at an elementary school. All right. So, if you like the page, please ring the bell so that we can let you know when we're live and you can figure out all the cool things that we'll be doing when Mike's locked in the closet again. Or when Mark decides that he wants to tell me that Jesus is coming back for a second time. All right. I'm pretty sure this paper's still in order, right, Julie?
Yes.
So at this point, we're ready for our toast, of which I believe I was 10 minutes in last time.
Did you thank all the sponsors?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I didn't.
we need
I
to do
didn't.
that.
I didn't. So grab your beverage and hang tight. First of all, we'll thank our sponsors before we get back to the toast. Starting with Johnny Custom Glocks, because every time I forget that this speaker is going to make noise next to me. Life is too short to have a trigger that sucks. Pretty sure you could tell us a little bit about that in a little while. However, I can't because Johnny keeps telling me that I'm going to get one, but I haven't gotten one yet, so we'll address that later. You can follow him now on Instagram and YouTube. The YouTube stuff is relatively new, I believe. And you could also learn a lot about the things you could try to do at home. You probably shouldn't, because you should just call Johnny. Next up is Pilgrim Ammunition. Yeah, that is rapid fire in my ear. Peyton, thank you very, very much. So Pilgrim Ammunition is something that we all carry. You're on board. I'm on board. Yeah,
Yep.
Just that and only that, not the other half of the equation.
Yeah.
And if you need some badass ammo that Julie has shot into a ham, and will only do what you want it to do when you want it to do it, feel free to check out Pilgrim Ammunition. Give me a call if you can find my number on the interwebs. I will not give you James's phone number. Julie might have him tied up too, but not in a closet like we do Mike.
Ooh, I'll tie him up. Woohoo.
It's a whole different scenario, ladies and gentlemen. Now that we've come into inappropriateness, let's tie it back to Travie Mack Foundation. And with the Travie Mack Foundation, myself and my cousin Josh, we provide monetary solutions for the University of Maryland Children's Hospital to give music therapy to the children that really are just having a shit day. I know, I've been there. Back a long, long time ago when I decided to ride a bicycle without a helmet, kids, don't do it. I met Ben Carson before you saw him on your television in politics. Spent a whole year with him and it wasn't fun. And all we had was Super Nintendos, I think, on a big cart that was the size of your mom's house. And the TV had Class in it.
That was about the time your dad yelled at you to change the channel, right? Because the remotes weren't
You had
really
to
a
get
thing?
up and rotate the dial? Yeah, those were still in the hospital. They just rolled it into your room, and you had no more room because your bed and the TV cart took up the entire
Hey, Pickle's on.
Pickle!
Austin's on. David says, "Where's Mike?"
Mike is tied up in a closet, standing on top of his phone books that are no longer in this chair I'm sitting in.
What was the hood?
I don't know what he said with the marbles in his mouth in that clip, but srqstudios.com, livestudios.com. It happens, third time hosting the show, and I can. Right here at Mars Vision Productions, if you've never been down here and you're a friend of ours, we'll let you in the door. If you're not a friend, look at the room. Read the room. Don't just come open the door and walk in. You're not going to be happy with what happens to you and the people behind you. Now that Anne Frank has left the building, military surplus. Military case surplus. Tony up in Largo taking care of all of our case needs as well as yours. If you like and share for a chance to win a case from Military Case Surplus. Landon, if you're watching, you still have to like and share in order to win.
Yeah.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Leave Sarah McLachlan out of this, ladies and gentlemen. And last, but certainly least, Skies and Chaos for the intro music of which Mike is still bummed that got voted out on. And back in with a different song that's more appropriate for this show. All right. Now, grab your beverage of choice. Por favor, for our Spanish listening listeners. Out with the old and in with the new. Cheers to the future and all that we do.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers. That is by no means telling you guys out with the old, meaning the little guy that normally sits in this chair, and in with the new, the fatter guy that is now sitting in this chair. So, I haven't had my sip yet. There's a plane flying overhead, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you can hear it. It sounds kind of close to the roof of the building. So tonight, Wick, we've talked about a lot of things in the past 11 months we've known each other. Tonight's topic, I, however, know nothing about. So would you please explain to us how you and Larry are currently starting a new process of building an entirely sustainable, self-sustained food system?
Yes, I will talk about how to actually build stuff, and she will talk about how to grow the stuff because I don't know that part.
Okay,
Science.
pick things up, put it down. Science. Got it.
Nice team.
Yes.
Got it. Got it.
So over the past, year, little over a year, we've seen shelves empty. Not just toilet paper, like grocery shelves empty. The beef industry got hacked a couple weeks ago, and the prices of meat doubled.
Still better than Mad Cow, but
Yeah. But because of that, you can't rely on anybody to come save you. You can't rely on the government to, oh, hey, we'll give you food stamps. Okay, fantastic. Where's the food? Doesn't matter if they're like, we'll give you food stamps if there's no food. So we were like, well, let's start growing stuff. Let's figure out how we can, on a very small footprint of land, grow enough food to be able to feed 6 people plus anyone that comes over, or give it to people that need it. So we first started off with the little AeroGarden hydroponic systems. Yeah. And then from there we built like a giant PVC thing, which is an aquaponic system which has fish involved with it to provide nutrients for the plants. And then we're just starting to build composting towers. So basically a composting tower is a 55-gallon drum. You cut slits in the side of it, spaced out evenly. Heat gun, fold them out. So here's the slit, folds here, bends in, and it's full of dirt with a piece of PVC about this big in the middle that you drill a bunch of holes in. You put your compost materials, whatever you would normally use for compost, in that piece of PVC. There's earthworms in the whole system. They go through, they eat the compost stuff. They put worm castings in the dirt. That feeds the plants, and all you got to do is water it.
Do we have a picture of that? Can you guys put that picture up?
I have one on my phone
Oh, okay.
because I did not feel like emailing things.
That's good to know because I was just going to tell you to email.
Right there. You can screenshot this and zoom in. That's all you're getting.
Oh, did you hold it up long enough?
You fucking know better.
Mike is owing $2 so far, and he's not even here.
True. Did you hold it up long enough is what she said.
Yeah. So on top of, growing stuff, her sister's friend had chickens and pigs that had babies and she didn't have enough space.
She didn't have enough space to
Yeah.
have the rest of the pigs and the chickens, so she was looking for another place for them to be at, so we just so happened to have the space and we wanted them.
Yeah. So the whole thought process and planning of getting chickens and pigs was, let's go get them.
It
We
was.
don't have a place to put them.
I was on video chat with them because my sister's out of state, and she just randomly said, oh yeah, my friend's looking for a place for these.
And I was
like,
like,
hey.
let's go get them.
Do we want
What do you
pigs?
mean by out of state? How far did you guys randomly decide?
Oh, no,
on
we
a
drove
piece
to
of
No,
Arcadia.
like
land?
my sister's out of state, so I was
Yeah.
talking to her. I was actually in a group chat with all three of my sisters. So she just randomly said something about her friend, and then he was coming in the door, and I was like, hey, so pigs? How about chickens? All right, let's do this. And we just went and got them.
Did we just become best friends?
Yes. So then we got them home, and I already had like a little fenced-in section in the backyard. We kind of just put them there, and I was like, well, I need a chicken coop. So, went on Google. They're not cheap at all, and they're smaller than this desk, and for like $450. And I was like, nope, not gonna do that. Went and collected some pallets because pallets are free. Went to Home Depot, bought a box of screws, and proceeded to screw the pallets together to make a chicken coop. It's about this far off the ground. It's one pallet high off the ground. Long pallet, so an open area where there's like a block of food for them up there, and then a little pallet area with a hole cut in the side so they can go inside and be out of the rain. And there's some milk crates and other stuff, hay, for them to actually nest in and all that. It's actually pretty nice, and they choose to sleep in the tree above it.
Yeah.
Can you share that picture? Just let them get a
We
screenshot
really
of
should
that.
have had better pictures planned for this.
Eh.
There's still time. We can post it in the comments.
So
Yes.
in the meantime, Lynn Frasco says, Brandon, text Tiger. Al Newman is on, says hi from downtown Philly. And Josh says, tell Brandon that Max says he is handsome.
I know, right?
Yeah, Mac and Larry talk about me all the time.
We do.
And did
Can you guys see
Mike call me or try to get a hold of me? Because I messaged him the other day.
that? Mike.
Lynn's telling me to text Mike.
Okay, gotcha.
I was confused because we don't let Mike speak when he's in the closet. I didn't know which one it was.
Different Mike.
That's the thing I've learned about Florida.
There's a lot of
Mikes.
A lot of
Or-
Mikes.
So
They just go by
and
their
then
last names.
Here's chickens sleeping in a tree. Larry for scale.
Yeah. I didn't see him at first, and then he was like, oh, hey, they're up in the tree. I looked up and I almost got pooped on. I was,
So this could be a really dumb question. Do your chickens produce food
Yes.
that you can eat?
Yes. Only
I still don't
one.
understand how that happens.
how they lay an egg?
I mean, fornication not included.
They poop out an egg and then you eat it. I'm sure that's not technically how it works, but that's how it works in my.
Makes sense
That's
to
like a
me.
mammal thing. Like,
No,
shed an
God,
egg.
please, no, no, no,
So what? What's interesting is, so we still had a bunch of eggs just from Walmart. If you take a Walmart egg and one of our free range eggs, they look different, they feel different, they cook different.
Huh.
The texture of the actual egg itself is completely different. The ones we get at Walmart, when they're cooked, it's very rubbery. And the ones from the backyard are like soft and velvety.
Velvety. Oh,
Like-
so
nice.
good.
Velvety, eh?
So good.
Yeah, and we don't have to do anything. Like we just go check and see that they're there and like give them some food sometimes.
And as of right now, we only have one egg laying. The other ones are a few weeks behind. But as soon as we can, we were actually looking at getting some more so we can tear
Yeah.
them off. So then when those are reach full maturity, we'll have other food sources from them besides egg.
Okay.
Chop its head off and eat it.
So I have a question for you. Do you have to have a lot of property to have your pigs and your chickens?
They're actually in the same pen. It's
There's enough space for
Yeah,
them to
it's-
coexist. They don't go after each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
But how do you have to have?
I would
2
say
acres,
the pen is 20 foot by 30 foot, so it's not
somebody
very
living in a like downtown could maybe do something like that.
big. Possibly with chickens. I don't know about
The pigs.
pigs.
Yeah.
They do make a little bit of noise.
I've seen pigs in
sometimes.
downtown Baltimore for sure in the comments.
Yeah.
Might not want to eat them. But I've seen them.
Do you have to have a permit to have pigs on your property?
So we technically live in a homeowners association, and in the bylaws it says no chickens,
Okay.
pigs, or goats.
Oh.
So I'm getting goats.
You
Oh.
also cannot short-term lease your house on Airbnb.
Yep. But it's 2 acres and there's a perimeter of woods all the way around it.
Nice.
So basically it's the type of rules where as long as you don't bother anybody, they don't say anything.
That's good.
What about the eggs? Is there any sort of like preparation you have to like? All I can think about
You
right
just wash
now
the
is
egg
like,
off.
in the Army now, like the water purification scene.
No, you just wash it. You just
You can
literally-
wash it off. There's actual like egg cleaner you can go and buy if you really feel the need, but we don't eat
Yeah.
the shell, so we're pretty good on
Right.
that.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, we
Some
do
people eat
use
shells,
the
though.
eggshell for also feeding it back to the chickens, and then also our composting.
Yeah.
We try to do little waste.
And then there's a lot of, I won't name restaurants or places that make pastries and donuts and bagels, but you can kind of think of the handful of like very popular ones out there. If you show up around when they close, 9 o'clock-ish, and just bring a big Rubbermaid bin with you and say, hey, dump your bagels and donuts and like coffee grounds and stuff in here. We're feeding them to pigs. They'll just give it to you.
Nice.
Because other than that, it's just going straight into the
Throw away,
dumpster.
Yeah.
So we don't even have to pay for pig food.
Do the pigs have to have also like produce besides?
Yeah, they can't just have the sugary diet.
Can
They
you
need to
get-
have.
Can you get produce from like grocery stores? Will they give you your?
We haven't reached our full potential with being able to, reach out to these other places, but that is one of the things that we're
Yeah.
looking into doing.
Okay.
Because it's an awesome idea. I mean, you don't want any of that stuff to go to waste.
Right.
I mean, they're just going to toss it anyway.
I
Yeah.
feel like we definitely need to call Pauly Shore because not only does he know how to purify water but in the Army now, he also fed some pigs and son-in-law.
Yes, that's right.
Other places you can go, the places that make the healthy smoothies of all the ground up vegetables and stuff, they end up with a ridiculous amount of just mash, which is just the organic vegetable matter that's left over.
That's left over from making the smoothies.
They'll give it to you as well, so we can feed that to the pigs, or we can use it for compost.
Nice.
So,
Yeah, like that end of the carrot that you cut off with the green stuff on it. Nobody uses that.
yeah, that you can feed that to the pigs, or you can compost
Compost it.
So, what do you use compost for?
So the compost is going to be for our growing towers that he was showing earlier. We have the hydroponic system and the aquaponic system, which won't be using soil, but we are going to be doing other grow stands.
Is it like fertilizer?
Yeah. So what
Okay.
it does is provides nutrients for the plants and stuff in the soil.
Okay.
Earthworms kind of come into play with that stuff too, because all of the earthworms eat the compost and stuff, and then gives it really good nutrients back into the soil.
Nice.
And then the compost tea as well is really good.
Yeah. And it's better for you ingesting the vegetables and stuff that it's creating as well, because lots of compost, or not compost, the fertilizers that you would buy at Home Depot, Lowe's, anywhere, there's a bunch of crap in it that then leaches into your soil.
Yeah.
That it may make the plants grow well, but over time it will actually kill the soil and make the soil bad. So you can take soil that is not very good, put it into the grow tower, and with the compost, it will actually make the soil better and better and better over time, instead of the plants just leaching all of the nutrients out of the soil.
Can you explain that
Great
theory to the
information.
people at McDonald's with their chicken nuggets?
So it's like eating Chick-fil-A instead of McDonald's, because McDonald's, they take all the stuff that Chick-fil-A doesn't want to use from the chicken and they put it in a blender. And then they mush it into these things that they call nuggets, and you don't want to eat those. Go to Chick-fil-A, all the parts of the chicken you do want to eat, that's what we're doing. So,
But instead of feeding it to people, you're feeding it to the earthworms.
yeah, so it's stuff that it's byproducts that you could eat, but maybe you just don't want to, or you had too much left over. So the earthworms eat it, they break it all down, add it to the soil, and then it makes the soil good so the plants grow better and healthier that you're then going to be eating.
And this is all organic fertilizer versus
Yeah.
like, so we have a hibiscus plant that we got recently, and we're using the hibiscus fertilizer that you buy in the package. And I'm noticing that the soil is just getting like burned. It's the soil just feels bad, and it's organic soil that we bought from Home Depot.
Yeah, just kind of as an experiment to see like,
Yeah.
what does the organic store-bought crap do? And it's crap.
I
They're
can
just-
tell you what
it's
it does if
burning
you
the
have a
leaves on-
3-year-old. You buy an organic plant that only needs 4 hours of light a day. You feed it organic plant food, and a week later, it's dead. But you already dug a hole in your front yard and put it in the ground. Now you got to dig it out and go back to Home Depot on Saturday and get another one.
Jeez, I kill my plants all the time. I can't grow anything. Where do you get your worms from to start the worms?
So we've been pulling them out of the ground in the yard.
Okay.
Like they'll be on the concrete drive or on the pavers, and we'll just pick them up and throw them in the compost
That's
area.
what we were doing. We have recently found out that red tiger worms we can buy in bulk,
Yeah.
and that would be much better for our composting.
okay.
Yeah, I was
Where do
making a
you
joke.
find those?
The internet.
Internet.
The
Yep.
dark web or the non-dark web?
Non-dark web.
Okay, the bright web. Got it.
Yes. Just like these lights.
Yes.
They are super bright.
Yeah.
I would have never known that such things existed, though. This is why I'm learning so much tonight. I would know.
Yeah, I had no idea where you get worms from.
Yeah.
You know,
I
dig 'em
just
out of
found
the
out how to grow
ground.
mushrooms the other day, so trust me, we're all learning things.
I'm considering now. I
nice.
have one of those recyclable rainwater. I'm going to say 75-gallon jug thing attached to my.
Is
Your
it
drain
is
pipe?
it a large barrel about this big around and that
Yeah,
tall?
no, it's almost like 5.5 foot tall.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
But now I just want to like drill holes in it and create planters.
So, if you use the 55-gallon drum method, they are readily available. Now, if you look around, you will find them ranging anywhere from like $50, $60 on down, depending on if you want to drive a little bit. If you're just doing one or two for your yard, finding or your apartment, because you can do this on a balcony.
Yeah.
You'll be able to find them for $40. And by the time you get everything else, the wood for the stand, the PVC for the middle, drill the holes, all that, and assuming you already have a heat gun and a saw, you can probably build one for $50 to $60. We lucked out and found somebody that has a never-ending supply of them that will sell them to us for $10 each.
Oh, wow.
It's just an hour one-way drive to go get them. So we get a bunch of them in one shot. So after we've gotten all of ours finished and filled our space up with them, I'll probably still continue to go there, buy barrels, and then just make them and sell the completed barrel. So for those of you who are craftingly challenged,
Less inclined, we will call this.
yes, or maybe you just don't have a saw, or a heat gun, or
Yeah, you don't re-grip your golf clubs in your garage. You don't have a heat gun. But if you do, you have a heat gun.
then I'll sell the barrels for people, the pre-made ones, if anyone wants to try it.
Nice.
But that's further down the road. We want to make sure we understand how everything works, get everything tweaked so it's working the best for our environment. Because you can watch tons of videos on YouTube or wherever, and just because something works super well for somebody 4 hours north of us doesn't mean it's going to work here, because the climate is so dramatically different, different over a 4 hour
Everything changes.
period.
Yeah, what does the
Temperature is
humidity
important.
do if you go,
Like it,
say from like Baltimore has humid summers like we do down here. It's honestly not that different now that I've been here for a full year. It's not that much different. However, the wintertime, you're dead. You're not doing anything. But like, what kind of food can you grow here during the summertime?
pretty much in Florida, you can grow stuff year round.
There's a lot
But
of
with the
different
humidity,
things.
what kind of food can you?
Herbs, vegetables, fruits. There's a bunch of different types that really like humid climates. There are some that don't like apples. They don't do well in Florida just due to
Okay.
the humidity. They don't like that much humidity. They like a cooler air environment.
What about asparagus?
Asparagus.
I'm a big asparagus fan.
Yeah, Google.
I do. I have a Google machine.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
We just look stuff up on the fly and then we learn from experience. I haven't done asparagus yet, but I'll
So
get
the
back to
point
you
of
on
this
that.
whole thing is that we're not only capable of looking it up, it's also affordable.
Yeah, especially if you dumpster dive. Like,
Right.
like some people are like, oh my
Not for
gosh,
your
I
food,
just
but for your supplies.
yeah, for supplies. So like last night, we had to run to Walmart for something. So I was like, go inside. I'll go check the dumpster behind it, because they throw out displays a lot. So the display that holds the bouquet of flowers, it's like a wall thing of it. There were 2 boxes, brand new, unopened, in their dumpster of those displays. The metal rack that they actually clip into wasn't there. So I was like, don't care, still taking it. Had the flower pots, had the metal rings that hold the pots. So then I went to, on my way home, they're doing a whole bunch of road construction. They're putting in giant pipes in the ground. So on the trucks, those pipes ride on 4x4s that have little triangle wedges on the end to keep them from rolling, and then they strap them down. Well, they throw those 4x4s out. There's just a massive pile of them, and they're just trash. So I was like, well, lumber is ungodly expensive right now. Like a standard whitewood 2x4 that was like $250.
$9.87.
Yeah.
Did it last weekend.
Yeah.
Oof.
But a year ago it was $250.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So that type of inflation on just normal products that you would use for home repair or whatever, I'm like, well, they're free. I will take them. I don't care if they're covered in dirt. We're growing plants off of them. So then I built little stands, connected the metal racks to them, put the flower pots in, and it equals out to 34 feet of grow space that is vertical. So it could literally be sitting directly behind you, and you would still be able to sit there and there could be stuff growing. So if you have, an apartment with a balcony, you could put those on it and have 64 feet of stuff growing, and it's not taking up any space for anything else.
Very cool. Can you show that picture?
Yes.
While you're looking for the picture, I just noticed something that I have to say out loud. When we first met, you were very much looking like a person that operated and ran a very enjoyable gun range.
Oh, that's my asshole twin.
Right now, you're looking very Farmer John with your plaid and your black shoulder pieces.
Didn't I have this on before?
Not the first time we met, nor any of the
I had
other
a Hawaiian shirt on the first time we met, didn't I?
times. And a kilt. Maybe,
Yeah.
or a skirt.
Yeah,
It's a whole
my kilt.
different-
No, if I had underwear on, it would be a skirt.
Oh, SpongeBob.
Yes.
Yeah, got that. That just came to mind right now with your pearl snap. In comparison to whatever T-shirt said something like "here to fuck shit up" or anything of the like. It's the longest it's taken me to get one
Yeah, you've been good.
in an entire. It's because I've been speechless. I don't understand these terms. Hydroponic, aquaponic. I'm looking for fish and weed. I don't know what is exactly going on around here. Do you guys have grow lamps?
Yes.
We do on our hydroponic system.
See, 2 and 2 makes 4. The
Unless you're
hydroponic part was the only part I understood.
Unless
I've never
you're doing
smoked weed in my
common
life. More of an upper guy than a downer guy. You ready to draw?
Yeah. we're going to draw for the koozie first.
All right, let's do the koozie
All right,
first.
so
I haven't
if you
even
would-
shown the case yet, but Larry, go ahead and draw a
Oh,
number.
yeah. Just
My
Yeah, pull
take
one
a
out.
number and throw it at
Aim for the face.
aim for the face. Okay, this is for the koozie then, not for the case.
Nice catch.
Very good. All right,
This is the best shot you guys will get of me all night, ladies and gentlemen.
and behind the case.
You can't see my bald spot behind this nice case.
All right.
The number we are looking for is a 36. 36, Peyton. 36. That's for the koozie. And then this wonderful case here. Mm-hmm. See how long we can make this happen.
Open that thing up. Is there
I'm
anything in
laugh
there?
when it falls behind and
That's why I
smashes
didn't let
the
it
TV.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the TV is the only thing
Crashed
that-
through that.
I already headbutted a TV in the production room.
All right.
And that's why we can't have nice things.
This is a two-person. No way.
Who won it?
Chip Davis.
All right. Chip
From the
Davis.
heart of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, ladies and gentlemen. One of my dad's best friends.
Okay, so he's gonna have to contact me so I can mail that to him.
My dad is there right now. I'll take care of mailing Chip the koozie.
All right, sounds good.
I'll take care of it personally.
Is there anything in that?
There's no.
Just a little foam.
There's a little phone.
You want to tip it up so they can see the bottom
Yeah.
of it?
It kind of looks like one of them dental dams that those girls in high school had.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That's probably inappropriate.
Very cool looking case.
There's some cool stuff on the side too.
Yeah, looks like a treasure box.
Some barcodes and stuff.
Okay, for the case, let's let Wick draw for the case.
Awaiting paperwork for
Watch your
customers.
fingers.
Two-person list.
All right. For the case.
All right. For the case,
Thank you.
we are looking at 66.
Ooh, it's going to take him a while to count that.
66. You
Yeah.
can't count that high.
Oh, we got to put those numbers back.
Place. Por favor.
Thank you. Very good.
Chip, I'll give you a call tomorrow, maybe on the way home. I'll mail this thing up to you.
Oh, we should show that video.
Which one?
I still haven't seen it since we
Oh,
filmed
we
it.
got to do that.
See, that was a great shot. That's still shot.
Yeah, I'm
with
still
the
banned. Oh, by
case
the
and
way,
not
I'm
my
banned from
face.
all social media. So that's a
Ooh.
thing.
You are?
Bad
Yeah,
boy.
complete
Yeah, just
IP
use
ban.
my Facebook for anything.
That was
Like
before
everything.
the flannel shirt, for sure.
While we're waiting, you should show that video of Wick and Mike.
Oh, I've seen. You haven't seen that?
No, I don't have social media.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can use YouTube without being on social media. You got it in? Oh, the case.
Who won it?
Jeffrey.
Oh,
Jeffrey
Jeff
Young.
Nice.
Every first Tuesday of the month, you can come pick this case up.
He'll be here next week.
Is it already the next month?
Yeah,
Uncle.
yeah.
Jesus.
All right.
Are we firing up the video that Wick's in? Does anybody really know what time it is? How do you not have? Okay, we don't have it.
All right, you want to do the lady segment while we're waiting?
Please do.
All right. So, lady segment. We're going to look at the flashbang tonight. Can you get the flashbang picture up?
This is a controversial topic of every one of Mike and Julie's concealed carry classes. Mike explains it differently than Julie does,
Really?
I think.
All right.
I've
So-
only been there when you're not there. I don't know.
So the flashbang is a little holster, Kydex holster that hooks to your bra right here. Okay? You guys see that? All right. So, take this out. Make sure it's clear.
Clear?
Clear. You check it. Clear.
Clear.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So this hooks into just like this. You guys see this? And it hooks to your bra, and you pull it out, and you're on your sights. It is extremely fast, and because a lot of ladies should have different holsters, different guns, because we dress differently all the time. We don't always dress like you guys. You guys have, you know,
The same belt.
yeah, same belt,
Every
same
day.
shirt, maybe a t-shirt, maybe buttons, maybe collars, maybe shorts, maybe. But
Maybe
we wear dresses. We dress differently. So
I
we
have
to-
9 pairs of this pants and I wear them every
There,
day.
there it is. There it is. That's what it looks like. It fits underneath the wires in your shirt, and it hooks to your bra, and that's it. So, that's a lady segment.
This could be an awkward question.
What?
bigger cup size equal bigger caliber?
Dolly Parton ain't getting that thing, a Glock 17 in one of those things.
It's not going.
No, it's not going to work. That is a G42 380. People say it's comfortable. I just recently started messing around with that thing. I've had the holster for a long time. I've not used it until this weekend. I think I would rather carry my SIG 365 XL in there because it has a longer grip on it. Because when I found with that little tiny grip, it's hard to get a hold of it and get my grip out correctly to punch out. So I'm trying different things, but that's an option for ladies.
That's
Good?
it then. Yep.
All right.
So we got everything going down tonight. I think we've covered everything other than the sustainable generator. Right quick.
Oh,
Quickly.
So when Hurricane Irma hit a few years back, I had no power for like a month. Had a generator. Doesn't matter if you have a generator if you don't have enough gas. So after that, I discovered that Ryobi, I don't care that people say Ryobi tools are shit, they are not. They work really well. And they're cheap. You can get either the 18 volt or the 40 volt, and they both have a variance of this. It's a little thing, the battery clips in it, and you have an outlet. It's not going to power your refrigerator, but you can run fans, lights, anything else you need off of it. Charge your phones, computer, whatever. And what's awesome is if you go to Harbor Freight and buy the 100-watt solar panel kit and a power inverter, just their cheap one, it's like $25 for the power inverter, and I think the kit was $200. It will charge all your Ryobi batteries. So then you have a way to keep all of your stuff charged, and it's not costing an arm and a leg, and you're not out looking for fuel. Since then, I have discovered, if you look around, Craigslist, she'll go on Facebook Marketplace, you can find scratch and dent solar panels from the companies that put them up on the roofs professionally. So you can get one of those panels generally under $50, and it is like 250 watts versus the 100 watt. You just still have to have your charge controller and all that, but you can put together for probably 500-ish a system of scratch and dent parts that are perfectly fine. They just don't look pristine, so people that are paying to have a nice solar system put up on their roof are going to be like, oh no, that one has a dent, I don't want that, even though it's on the
They
side.
probably came off of somebody's house that back then when they were giving them the panels for whatever, then you had a hailstorm, and then they resell them. They're still making money off of it.
Yeah. So if you spend about $500, you should end up with a system that would be like $2,000 plus if you ordered it on Amazon.
And this reverts back to last week with Aaron and being able to, if you can charge your phone and call your sister in Louisiana and make sure she's okay, or vice versa, she can call out. Like that's pretty invaluable.
Yeah. Then you can, the best route to go is if you could afford like a Tesla wall to connect the power into, so it'll just, then you can run everything in your house on it. If you don't have that kind of money, just collect a bunch of old car batteries, wire them together properly. It'll stay charged. It'll be able to, run your refrigerator, your freezer, all that, and charge all your stuff.
Lead acid batteries, not lithium.
Yeah.
There are lithium car batteries now.
I don't have any of those because those are not readily available.
Do exist, but you're right.
Yeah.
The lead acid stuff you can keep running.
Yeah. And then like it's a process, we're learning more and more as we go along, just because it seems like every day something else ridiculous happens. Like last night, a building fell over in Miami.
Yes.
Just fell over.
Like 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah, with people in it.
Yes.
We don't know why yet. But it literally doesn't matter where you are. Like we all happen to be in South Florida. Eventually we're going to get hit by a Category 5 hurricane. It's not if, it's when. Like this it's going to happen. I might not be alive for it. It could be that far away. It could be this year. We literally have no way of knowing. But
If it does, we'll be here at srqlivestudios.com, live streaming the entirety of it for you guys to see until our solar panels fall off.
I feel like the internet would go down really quickly during Cat 5.
On purpose.
Yeah.
Also, this roof would not be here anymore.
Again, I've only been in Florida for a year, ladies and gentlemen. The intelligence level is thin.
It's okay. During Irma, I was riding a dirt bike holding a Betsy Ross flag on a spear. There's pictures somewhere.
Sounds like an El Camino riding through a mud storm. An AK-47 shoved out the sunroof.
Sounds fun.
Those are the things I envisioned with you before the Farmer John shirt.
Well, I mean, I had the bullet farm first, so, I
Yeah.
was doing stuff like that.
That was
before.
great.
There's still time. There's still time. All right, let's wrap it up.
All right.
Well, they've been wonderful. I've been Blake. We'll see you guys next time Mike calls and tells me that he wants me to do something, and I don't know that I'm doing it. Hope you guys had a good night.
Surprise.
Somebody cue the intro.
Every now and then I find my gun under my pillow.